So that's what you wrote. You said here, my lord, that the defendant has now applied for bail. Now, as I've said earlier, bail is a discretion of the court, taking into consideration all the conditions laid down in Muhammad Abacha v. State. At this stage, I am of the opinion that to make or take a stand on the bail application without first hearing and determining the issue that is glaring in the face, which is the absence of the defendant from the court since 25th of April 2017 until he was produced on the 29th of June. My lord, which was exactly what the Supreme Court did. They said that he did not jump bail. These criminals came to my house to kill me. That's what the Supreme Court said. This is in your own ruling, in your own court, my lord. So I cannot understand, my lord, why my trial will be conducted contrary to the Constitution of Nigeria that said I must have free and unfettered access to my counsel. Is here.
Good morning, SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Chinedu, let us look at Nnamdi Kanu'S travail, because currently the court will be sitting on the 24th of this month. Remember that the judge have asked the parties to meet and see whether they could reach out of court settlement. And we have seen moves from senators from Eastern region. I'm talking about senators under the leadership of Ina Baribe meeting with the Attorney General of the Federation. We are seeing minority in the House of Rep caucus coming to ask the president to release the Nnamdi Kanu. And currently, the governors from the southeastern part of the country are expected to meet with the president. And it's believed in some quarters that a Hope Uzodinma hold the magic wand to ask the federal government or to pressure federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. But a few days to the court sitting, the governors have not met with the federal government. I mean the governor from the southeastern part of the country. As someone who is from the southeastern part of the country and a kindred from the Nnamdi Kanu environment, I'm talking about Afaruku, what are we expecting in the coming days?
Yes, to all Biafrans all over the world is something where we need to look at it from different perspectives. Having understand that I remember the days of before the late Sikhist, the only Sikhist that was remaining before he passed away, and he pleaded with Muhammad Buhari to hand over Nnamdi Kanu to him. Unfortunately, that did not happen. We saw the entire Ohanese, including top political elites from Igbo extraction, paying homage, showing solidarity, to Nnamdi Kanu's flight by visiting Buhari, and Buhari promised that he's going to do that and under APC, and nothing was done. Including governors also make some advance movement. Unfortunately, nothing was done in that regard.
Wait, sorry, if you permit me to jump in here, sorry for interrupting you. Some are insinuating that the president, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, may want to delay his release, possibly want to use it to bargain for his 2027 presidential election.
That is the picture. It's not far from the truth. That's the picture, because I do not see any reason why they strategically, it's a political strategy. You need to calculate it very well, because it's already been, the North is not comfortable with this type of administration, and he's looking at the entire Southeast to augment in case of possible failure of voters from the North. He will use that now to just see how he can balance up, and of course use the other aspect of what he knows how to do best, infiltration and vote buying and all those kind of things, to match up and be able to see whether he can retain or go for second term or can win second term ambition. That's the calculation. There's no two ways about it, because if the entire Federal House of Assembly, federal representative have come out to make a statement, even signed, there was a signature, collection, collabo in that regard, and till now nothing was done. The senators made a similar move. The governors also made similar moves. You remember in the past, so some governor has even gone to meet Buhari on Kanu's behalf, and nothing was done. We saw Ojiso Kanu did some kind of political movement when Nnamdi Kanu was in detention, and nothing was done at the end of the day. So if you are saying Hope Uzodinma, you see, I'm maybe looking at it that they are just being cosmetic with the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They are just being political with the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They are just painting the picture. They are trying to make efforts so that they will not attract the anger of the entire Eastern liberation forces, who are already watching the scene developed to something that has become an embarrassment to the Eastern governors and, of course, to the elites there who are also not comfortable with the manner of which this presidency has been silent over the recent solidarity request that Nnamdi Kanu should be granted bail based on what the court has already laid out. And secondly, it looks like the presidency themselves, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, entered some kind of agreement with the Northerners over Nnamdi Kanu's matter, because if he releases Nnamdi Kanu, the North will look at it as a threat, of course, to the relationship they are trying to build based on the political feudal theory they have already planted in the Southwest that helps them at any time to do. They want to carry out any agenda against the South. It becomes very, very easy for them to achieve that. So they don't know what they are. The whole world is watching this development. Irrespective that the president is already in UK currently now meeting with the Prince Charles, and I believe that Prince Charles is going to come out and tell him categorically clear, we cannot do anything about the issue of Biafra. Biafra has gone. Don't forget. I believe that's what Tinubu went there to do, because I do not see any benefit of his frequenting, jetting out often and on and coming back with nothing to show about it. The economy is not improving. There's nothing that's improving. No sector is working. Everything is upside down. And still, you are pushing for uncertainty deliberately. They've already labeled him Tinubu Abacha in Aso Rock. They have started making a lot of things because of his antecedent. Then on Nnamdi Kanu, if he tends to do that, we are watching. But he should also be careful that that you get to a point where if Nnamdi Kanu, if the people begin to sense that Nnamdi Kanu's release is going to be political, it might also work against Tinubu's second-term ambition if actually he's thinking towards that direction. The problem is that he doesn't want to displease the entire North. I think he's want to be very careful on how he's going to navigate northern threat over his second-term ambition, and he wants to use Nnamdi Kanu, from the point of view as a factor to checkmate excesses that's going to come from both the Igbos and the Northerners in regard to his second-term ambition.
Okay, now let us look at it, because some video that is making round, Samarepa is spotted dancing to as they paint them in the sweeters, and Ogene and some other Igbo prestigious songs. And some people have insinuated that he's dancing in anticipation of the release of his mentor, his leader, who he has always referred to as his leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Is this something you want to address?
Yes, I'm not going to make reference to Simonepa's source. I'm talking about my own source, because I know that I have some contacts. I have some way of getting my own intelligent report about Nnamdi Kanu. Before now on this platform, satellite media, I've made it very clearly, that some few months ago that Nnamdi Kanu will be freed this year by God's grace, and if it is more than that, then we'll begin to fuse in some factors over his release. We wouldn't mind. We know what to do when the time comes. But if Simonepa is sensing from what he's gathering from his intelligent platform that Nnamdi Kanu will be released very soon, and is dancing to that, I don't see anything wrong with that. Because he believes that he has always been seen, or want all people to believe that he is not an IPOB person, he's just Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. So if his mentor, his master there's news that his master is going to be released and he's dancing to it, there's nothing, I don't see anything big wrong with that.
Now finally, what do you think will be the mode of people in Afaruku seeing that September 24 is approaching? Of course, all eyes on that day, seeing that the judge already asked the parties to synergize and see whether they could reach out of court settlement. Of course, on that day, the court would have made clear to the world and the Nigerians what is the next move of the court.
I think there has been an underground moves in that regard that is not in the public domain on how to release him, because he's overdue. Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. Nnamdi Kanu is only asking justice be done. That's the only.
No, I'm talking about the mood in Afaruku.
I'm telling you, I'm just making reference to that. Before the Afaruku You understand? So they know Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal, and Nnamdi Kanu never committed any crime. So I hope prizes, in Afaruku, and of course, what they are going to celebrate, like what some of them are saying in the Middle Belt, that at Nnamdi Kanu's release, they are going to throw party everywhere. Just Middle Belt, talk less of Afaruku, it will be festival-like, on the day. But everybody's going to sit and watch how the proceedings is going to take place in the court, and whether Nnamdi Kanu will be released on that day or not. Whatever happens, at any point, at any time, Nnamdi Kanu steps out as a free man, he will be celebrated all over the world. And Faruku is not an exception.
I must say, every time for time, Mr. Chinedu Michael, this satellite media and Mr. Matu. I think this is a good place to let you go if you permit me.
I don't want to let you go because I know that satellite media has gone everywhere now. Subscribe, watch, subscribe, watch, and comment on satellite media. This is what we do on daily basis. We're not doing it to please anybody. We are not doing it for ethnic bigotry. We are doing it that black man must be liberated. Whether Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, everybody wants liberation, and we are going to, that's what we are here to do, and to let the whole world understand our position. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chinedu Michael.